Hello everyone, this is Banter Bill, and welcome to Honor of the Waves, Path 1 Dungeon Guide. This is not a speedrunning guide, but a guide meant for those who are new to the dungeon, or for those who need a refresher. Starting off, I'm going to pull these first 3 adds back to the NPCs. The main attack you need to watch out for with these guys is their Greatsword Whirlwind attack, and their attack where they put their Greatsword into the ground and shoot projectiles at you. I like to pull them to the adds, back to Honor, and then back to these adds back here, because it distracts them from using those attacks on you. In terms of food, on my Mesmer, I use power and precision food, and for potion, for this dungeon you want to use spawn or slaying potions. So we kill the adds with the help of the NPCs. Now we're on to fight the first boss. I recommend killing the trash mobs off to the right, although if you want to, you can kill them at the same time with the boss. There are 2 main attacks you need to watch out for the boss. The first is that whirlwind attack which he is doing right now. If you're in melee range, which you will be for most of this fight, that whirlwind attack will knock you backwards. The second attack you need to watch out for is his 100 Blades attack, which he just completed. Other than that, he's a relatively simple boss, and you can just melee him down. If you're a Guardian, you want to bring Stand Your Ground for stability when he uses the whirlwind attack. Alright, and then once you beat that boss, I recommend killing these trash mobs here. And then we're going to skip the first legendary champion and head to the next one. Now I've had problems with this legendary champion following us all the way to the second one, so I use a mass invisibility there. I'm not entirely sure that it did anything, but I did it just to be safe. Most groups will fight this champion up here, either to the left or to the right of the stairs. So we pulled the champion up here. Now the main attack you need to watch out for with this guy is his fear attack. He will lower his head and then raise it again in the air and then fear everyone backwards, like just now. If you're a Guardian, you want to use stability when he's about to do that. If you fight him out in the open down there, that fear can knock you off the ledge, forcing you to walk all the way around. So if you do fight him in the open, make sure to line yourself up so you do not get knocked off the edge. Other than that, he will also spawn adds periodically during this fight. However, if you're stacked on him like we are, you can kill the adds through cleave attacks. He also has a protection boon. As a Mesmer, I like to strip that boon just by using my sword auto attack. It just speeds up the fight a little bit. Alright, now moving on. Now I found like about a 50-50 chance whether these 4 elite adds spawn here. We attempt to stealth past them, but as you're about to see, they follow us all the way. So we go ahead and kill them once we reach here. So we go ahead and kill these adds. There's nothing special about them. You can just melee them down. Alright, now on to the next boss. Now most pug groups will attempt to pull the two Quaggan champions, kill them, and then attack the legendary champion. Now the Quaggan champion pull is a bit tricky. The first time you pull them, Honor is likely to get in combat and then die in the middle. You want this to happen, so let Honor do his thing and then die in the middle. You want to retreat away while the ice storms are happening to you. Then, from here, this pull is a bit tricky. If the legendary champion comes all the way, you need to retreat backwards. And then attempt to pull the Quaggans with the legendary champion walking backwards. So we managed to pull it off here. The legendary champ decides to ignore his Quaggan friends and then go back to the wall. These Quaggans are relatively easy. They do have some knockdown attacks, and their auto attacks do hurt for a little bit, although most of their attacks are single target, so if someone does go down, you can just quickly pick them back up. The main thing you need to be careful about is to not knock them away. If you knock them away, you could accidentally aggro the legendary champion, and that would be very bad. You just have to do this pull all over again. Now you can fight these guys with the legendary champion, although as you're about to see, the next boss can be a bit of a pain. Now on to the boss himself. I recommend that if you're in a pickup group, you go ahead and range this boss. It is possible to melee him, although it is a bit tricky. He has two main attacks you need to watch out for. The first is this attack, where he'll drop a bunch of ice barrages in the air. It is critical that you do not get hit by these. 1 or 2 ice barrages is likely to bring you down. His second attack is an ice breath attack, which will cripple you and do a lot of damage. If he's doing that to you, just dodge backwards. This boss is very similar to the boss in the Ice Fractal. Other than that, if you're ranging, you just need to stay away from his ice breath and then stay out of his AoE circles. If you want to melee, I recommend sticking to the right wall and then just running back and forth to draw his ice attacks. So you'll melee him, draw his ice attack, then head to the other part of the wall. However, that is a bit tricky for a pickup group, so I don't think there's any shame in ranging this boss. It just takes, as you see, a bit of time. Alright, make sure to grab your champ chest in the event chest that spawns against the back wall. For this next part, you can either go ahead and stealth up here if you have a thief, or if not, I recommend jumping in the water and killing the first fish in this water. After we kill this first fish, or second fish, since I think we may have pulled both, we're going to run the rest of the way. When you run, I recommend, or swim rather, I recommend swimming under the bridge. That helps you avoid some of the attacks, and it's very easy to get lost in this cave. If you stick to going under the bridge, you should be okay. The main thing that'll kill people is chill, because it'll slow them down too much, and these ads at the very end. As a mesmer, I like to pull them in, use mass and viz, and feedback, and then break through that wall with a spear too. Once you get into the boss room, do not go through the middle, head to the right hand side to break aggro. If you go through the middle like one of our teammates did, you may accidentally spawn the boss and he'll aggro on you. That was okay for us here since our whole team made it. However, if anyone goes down, they'll have to sit out this entire fight. And this fight is extremely long. Now there are two main attacks you need to watch out for with this boss. The first of his attacks is his charge attack with his spear that he's about to do right now. It's critical that you dodge away from that attack. If you get caught in that attack, you'll likely go down. The second attack you need to watch out for is when he shoots his mines at you. You can either dodge or reflect that attack, right here. Other than that, you want to just range or melee the boss. However, I recommend if you melee, you only go into melee after you use his spear charge attack, so you don't get caught in there. Immobilizes are very handy here because in his spear charge attack he won't go anywhere, so he's less likely to hit people. If you do happen to go down, run away from the group into a corner and self-revive. Underwater, you can swim and revive using the force skill at the same time. Additionally, it is inefficient for your teammates to help you because unlike on land, it is faster for you to revive yourself than have the teammates help you revive. For some reason, the revive speed is much slower underwater. So again, if you go down, go to a corner, swim away, and you can swim and revive if you need to at the same time. And we beat the last boss, and that is the end of the dungeon. Don't forget to your event chest, and thanks for watching.